Oh, good morning, Abdul. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good.
Okay. Welcome to the presentation of nTireCAMS, our computerized asset management software. Puneet, can you tell us about nTireCAMS? Give us a quick intro about nTireCAMS and how it can help organizations in managing their assets.
Sure, sure. So, entire camps, as are all other products, this software is also 100% web-based software. So, we can manage it on web only. And entire camps is a digital computerized asset management system where we can manage variety of assets like we can manage fixed asset, we can manage properties, even virtual assets like softwares also we can manage in that case.
So basically, all types of assets
All types
nTireCAMS
of
manage.
assets we can manage over here. Our entire camp supports QR code, barcode, and RFID as well. We can use these kind of features for tracking the assets and maintaining them.
What about GPS tracking? Does your entire CAMS support GPS tracking?
GPS tracking. GPS tracking will require to install a external hardware that okay, but our software we can install in them, and that can be tracked over here. So GPS devices it can be supported with this application. We have a very good reconciliation management. We can track the asset very effectively, and we can manage alerts and notifications. So we can get a email notification as well as SMS if we require in that case.
Can asset reconciliation be done through the mobile app? Does your entire CAMS come with a mobile app for?
Yes, we have a mobile app, and we can reconcile assets. We're using the mobile app and using the inbuilt any barcode or QR code scanner.
How is that done? I mean, like,
So in that sense, we can just, for example, if we want to take the assets, like how many assets that we have, we can make a counting of the assets. We can go to the asset using a barcode or QR code. So mobile app will be enable us to record the asset or count the asset using the barcode or QR code. That will be very easy. That we have to just go and scan that. That will record the what is the location of that asset and what is the situation of the asset like that.
great.
Yeah. Further, we have we can record AMCs in that case. We can record insurance, warranty, as well as we can record the depreciation for the asset. Like we have two types of depreciation we are recording. First is the straight line depreciation, and second is the written down method. So these two methods we support in that case, as well as we support storage of the assets of the storage of the document of the asset. Like we can maintain and store all the documents, whatever the warranty documents or guarantee document, insurance document, that kind of stuff. And there is no size of matter. Like we can store any size of the document. We can review all the details quickly that we have a very good configurable reports in that sense. We can configure reports as per our requirement. And we can, I mentioned, we can use our mobile app to scan the QR code and barcode, and we can raise a ticket. We have a maintenance module in that entire camps, so we can raise tickets for any kind of issues, as well as we can schedule maintenance for that assets. Periodically, we can maintain in them.
So you have maintenance model which takes care of, uh, the three types of maintenance here that we have mentioned, which is preventive maintenance, periodic maintenance, and reactive maintenance, which is initiated by end users using the tickets.
Correct, correct. So that kind of maintenance we can manage in our system, as well as we have an option even if any issue has been closed and the end user feels that there is still a problem with that asset, so you can reopen the issue. So these kind of facilities we are have built in our app. So we can just proceed with the functions of the assets.
Let's get started. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I will show you on the screen. So what all the functions that we are having with the entire camps. So as you can see on the screen, there is a good dashboard. As all products that we have a very good dashboard. Like we can use the data view, we can use the graphical view, and which is very effective. We can have the details of the graphical view. We can change the charts, pie charts, or the view as per our requirement. We can view the details of the chart over here. Further, we have a user management where we can add and maintain the existing user, as well as we can create new users, and we can create new roles also. So roles is a very good feature. Like we can manage the access control of the users based on the user roles. So you can see over here we have created users based on the departments or the designation of the employees. We can say.
And they can be given different access rights according to the
Perfectly, yeah.
nature of their work.
So we have multiple menus to manage the access. Like we can manage the user access or menu access and other things also. So user can have a limited access that we can provide them. Further, we have multiple options. So we will start with the functions of the CAMs. So what function that we have already covered. So I will go with the flow. So how the CAMS flow will go, I will show you one by one. So first we will start with the uh,
Asset management.
asset management, and just I just went through the bio menu, which is the overview of the bio menu, and we will go and create the assets now. So in CAMS, I will show you how we can create the assets. So first we will go with that master data. I will just give you the intro about the master data where we can have the assets. We can add multiple asset in one go. So we have a Excel import facility over here where we can add the multiple asset with the template provided.
Yes, Excel sheet template where all assets can be added to the list and then it can be uploaded through the back office.
Yeah, right. And now I'm proceeding with the creating an asset. So with the asset master, we have an option to create a new asset. So you can see over here, we can view the existing asset also with the existing filter that we have pre-built some filters. We can view the asset. So now I will proceed with the creating an asset. So I will show you what all fields that we have. So you can see over here the basic field for every asset required, like asset names, whatever the parent code, asset category. We have multiple categories that is inbuilt from the backend.
And how are these assets categories are created? In which screen can you show us where these assets are created?
Yeah, so we can create the assets, asset categories from the backend. So we have asset category master. Let me show you quickly about the asset category masters.
Back
Where
office,
is
back
it?
office.
Master setting.
Master
So
data.
asset category master, I can.
Master data. Okay. Comes. Then we go to types.
Now I will just go from the start. I will
Okay.
cut that part.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Abdul, as you mentioned, like where we can create the asset category. So category, I will show you in the back end, so back office we have in the back office we have master data where we can create all the master data for all products. So I will show you quickly how we can create the asset categories over here. So we have a camp menu, and I'm going to add the asset category. So you can see over here there are multiple options, like we can add the asset category, asset class, asset warranty, and other fields also. With the asset category, we can add multiple asset categories as per our requirement, or we can update the existing asset categories as well. Here you can see over here. So we have a pre-built asset category from the back end, and with the user access, if any user have the access to create new asset category, so he can add over here.
Subcategories also can be created. That would be at the other master data. Now.
Yeah, that will be our master data where we can add the subcategories as well. So this is how the asset categories that we can add. Further, just going back to the
Okay.
creating an
Asset class.
asset. So on the screen, as I was mentioning about what all fields that we have on asset management. So here we can select the asset categories. We have asset subcategories over here based on the asset category. So for example, if I am selecting an IT items, so the system will show us what all the subcategories over there for the IT items like that. And we have a department, like even if we have an administrative department, IT department, that kind of assets related to, so we can create or assign the department, for
And
example.
these departments can be created from the master data in the back
Same, same.
office.
All the these drop down that you are seeing on the screen, all the data can be managed and created from the back office only.
This is the master data.
Yeah, it's a master data thing. Further, we have asset value where we can record our current asset value, and based on that, our depreciation will calculate. So we have two types of depreciation, as I mentioned initially, which is the straight line depreciation, and second is the written down value method.
What is the difference between these two depreciation
Yeah,
methods?
so it's an accounting term, like we can say a straight line depreciation stands for a depreciation will be same in each and every year.
And that's how it's calculated, please.
Yeah, it's calculated on the asset value, whatever the asset value is. For example, if we have set a 10% depreciation with the straight line depreciation method, so it will calculate 10% on the asset value every year.
Okay.
Similarly, like written down method, so it will calculate 10% on the current value of the asset every year. For example, if we have calculated 10% in last year, so it will decrease the 10% depreciation in current year, and it will calculate the 10% on the remaining value of the asset. Further, we have option to attach a document, whatever the asset document that we can attach. So we can attach multiple document over here, and there is no size limit for the asset.
We look at the existing assets and see all these fields filled up in it. Maybe we should see an existing assets and see
Yeah,
all
I will
these.
show you the existing asset. That will be a good option. So I will show you existing asset, what all the
It's the
field that
third
how we
one
have
also.
updated. So I will just run open search over here, and here are multiple assets we can see. For example, let me take any IT asset that we were requiring for, or for example, this mobile phone also. So I will just go to the edit mode where we can see all the fields with the assets. Here you can see all the fields that we have generated QR code, we have generated the barcode, which is that I explained here initially. And this QR code and barcode can be printed from here, as well as we can scan it with the mobile scanner as well.
Images can be uploaded as well for assets.
Yeah, we can upload the asset images over here. So these facilities also we have provided that we can upload the images, and there are multiple format that we can upload. Further, we have an option to add the insurance and warranty details over here. So we can add insurance, warranty details, lease charges as well as. Also, this drop down we can manage from the backend as I mentioned earlier. And further, we have multiple options, like we can add asset spares over here. So details of the asset spare we can add. So like spare parts we are saying which is required
Items.
for the maintenance things, like
Items that are used.
items we can add over here. Further, we have maintenance options, like maintenance details we can add over here. If any asset require maintenance, what kind of maintenance we can just, like time-based maintenance, counter-based maintenance, so we can define over here. So schedule maintenance in the sense we can see.
So we can schedule maintenance of for this
Right.
particular asset that for example, 30 days or 40 days
Right.
period
For example,
access.
time based, so we can
Time based.
sequence it every 30 days, or if it is a counter based, so we can set a counter for how much the counter value should be there.
Yes.
So that can be over here. So current reading, tolerance reading, so it is based on the counter base. Further, we have an option, multiple options, like what kind, if it is a role based, or what kind of user type if I can validate the maintenance. So these all features that we have on this inbuilt. Further, we can record the AMC as I mentioned. So AMC, like asset management company, any company, a third party company, we can manage over here. We have multiple options to record, like if it is an internal AMC or external AMC, and like contract rules, whatever the contract rules that we have, details, contact details, the contact details of the person. Additional information, whatever the additional information with the asset that we have, that can be updated over here, like model, RAM, weight. So, and these additional information can be managed from the backend. That based on the category of the asset, this additional information, the headings of that will change. Further, we have contacts in case of any emergency contact or any other contact, like we can add over here contact person of the asset, that can be asset. Further, we can link any assets like parent child linking. We are saying about that. So these kind of assets we can link over here. So these all features that we are recording for the assets, and we can create assets for that. Further, I will show you about if I'm having any issue of the asset, so we can report.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the ticketing, I would say, rating when the users they face issues with their assets, they can raise a ticket, which is like a help desk tool where allows end users to, report any issues on their assets.
yeah, correct, Abdul. So here, when if any asset is having issue, so user can go and raise an issue ticket for the same. So here you can say we have a good model of the issue where we can mention the asset code, we can mention the category of the issue. So based on the asset and category of the asset, the issue category will appear over. So I will show you quickly with any of the asset. Like for example, if I am selecting this asset, and so it will show us the different category of the issues that we are having. So these categories of the issues can be added from the back end. So for example, I am having the water request reason. So this kind of category we can select. Over here, we can set a priority of the issue. Like we have multiple priorities that can be set over here. And you can see over here, there are some additional information with the assets populating automatically. Further, we can add the details of the assets and save it for later. So it will raise a ticket which can be assigned to a specific person. So I will show you quickly how we can assign the ticket, what
How
happens
do
with the
we track
ticket.
the ticket as well?
Yeah, that's a tracking of the ticket. So on the plan work over here, we can go and assign the ticket, whatever the issues has been raised. So administrator or the assigned person, the concerned person, will be able to see what all the issues has been raised on one screen. We can filter out the available issues, and that can be assigned from the screen as
So
well.
this is part of your maintenance where model that we are the maintenance models where the ticket is raised, then it's passed on to the maintenance team. Yeah.
Correct. So it is a part of maintenance. So all the ticketing, handling the ticket, assigning the issue, to raising the issue, and resolving the issue in a proper manner. These are part of the maintenance
Okay.
where you can see multiple information on the screen over here.
So talk us, take us through the maintenance, how is the maintenance is managed on it within nTireCAMS. So when the ticket is raised, how do we assign the tickets? How do we allocate the work? Once the maintenance team has completed the work, how they can complete the task? Can they do it through the mobile app? And how the maintenance manager will get the updates about completed work or assigning work to the team.
Sure. So we will go. You want me to create the ticket also?
We can take an example of an existing.
Yeah, so I just say, mentioned like we have raised a ticket for the one asset recently, and I can show you on this screen. You can see the tickets raised, which can be assigned to a specific person. Over here, we can define the PM duration, which is the time required for resolving the issue. And further, we have other options like we can assign a issue from the screen, like assign person. We can select over here, so it will enable us to select the existing user or any user which we have. So this is the person that we have already assigned the ticket, and we can view the availability of that person. Like we can see if that person is having bandwidth, if what task that he is having currently. Like you can see over here, his free hours are zero because he already allocated for 8 hours.
So
Okay.
that is the maintenance manager can see that the occupancy of the team and whether they have free time or they're not occupied to before assigning work to them.
Right. So based on that, that assignment can be done.
We have multiple action points here, and what are they? We want to understand what are these.
Yeah, so maintenance officer can just review over there the allocated time, and based on that, he can schedule his task to assign person task. He can schedule his task as a next task. Like he should, if it is a current task is important, then he can next schedule, like prioritizing of the tasks that can be handled from here, next or previous. So prioritize it. Also, if he feels like he is not able to he is not able to work on this issue, so he can reassign the task from over here. So there is multiple action buttons where he can maintain or he can manage the priorities of his current task or reassigning the task from the same screen. So this was about the assignments of the task. Once the task has been assigned, we have to authorize the task over here. So here the button we have added that authorizing a task. Okay. For example, if any assigned task is there, and until and unless we authorize it, the assigned person won't be able to go and see his assigned task.
Okay, so now we have to authorize as maintenance manager has to authorize the work, and then the employees will be able to see the tickets or the work. You know, they can pick up the work and get started. So what
Right.
happens next when the
So once the ticket has been assigned to a concerned person, he will be able to see his assigned ticket from the pending task screen. Over here, you can see, for example, if I am the user and I have assigned some task, because currently I am logged in with the administrative user, that's why I'm able to see all the tickets over here. But the assigned person will see his assigned ticket based on his user access.
okay,
So over here you can see there are options like you can see all the details of the assigned issue, for what kind of issue they are facing, and what is the PM duration that he has been assigned, and if the issue has been started or the status of the issue we can see. If any new issue is there, he will be able to start the issue.
what is this
So
red color? I mean, what does that mean?
red color, so color definitions is for the based on the due date. So he can prioritize his work accordingly. Like red color is like it is already, but due date has been already passed in that sense. So
Okay,
that's why it's
it's
highlighted
overdue.
yeah, it's overdue, we can say. So once the assigned person is ready with the task, so he can start with the task. So before starting with the task, I will show you the multiple buttons that we are having. For example, if I select this ticket, so the system will allow us me to reschedule in the sense like, for example, if I am lack of any required tools with that asset or any spare part lacking in the spare part of that asset, in that case, I can reschedule the task. If I am fully occupied and I'm not able to work on that task, we can just reassign the task or transfer the task to someone else here. Or we can cancel from the same screen. Once we have started the tasks, then we can just work on it, and just the issue has been resolved, the person will able to close the task. Okay, so that is how we can track and maintain
So,
the
so
track of that.
once the task is completed, the maintenance team they can complete their work and through the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, so once the task has been completed, actually, so he will be able to update the form over here. So this form is very good function where we can record all the history of the issues, how it got resolved in the sense. So here you can see we have multiple options to update over here, like permit number we can update. We have a breakdown reason that what solutions they have provided for the scene. Like if they have a cushion condition, they have quality check, they have polish conditions, like they have what action they have taken. So breakdown remedy also how what remedy they have taken to resolve that issue. What is the breakdown cost over here? So we can manage the cost of the breakdown in that sense. Further, we have option to update other details like end date, when it is updated, and how much time it took. Actual time we can maintain over here, and who are the tested persons or who tested that issue has been resolved. So this kind of task we can update. So this was how we close the ticket for now.
Okay.
And so further, I will show you about what happens with the closed tickets. As
So
I
tickets
mentioned,
can be reopened also by the end
yeah,
users
the
if they're
tickets,
not happy with the resolution.
yeah, tickets can be reopened in that case. So if end user find that it is not resolved in that case, so that ticket can be reopened. We can just mention that. Also, we have multiple options like insurance management. We have an warranty management over here and manpower allocation. So manpower allocations again, I mentioned the a maintenance manager can be able to see the availability of all the employees. So based on that, he can assign task to specific employee in the sense. So here he can see and assign if it is available, or it can be reassigned or assigned in that case. So he will assign task or close the task. So there are multiple options that we are having. Further, we have like warranty management and insurance management as well as service management. So this field where we can maintain and manage the warranty, like we can add a new warranty details, or let me show you the existing detail that we are having where we can just have the updated warranty. I will show you. Okay. So here you can see what are the warranty details that we have updated. New warranty service if I'm going to add, we can add with the asset code, we can add the vendor code, the vendor which is provided as warranty, and that what kind of warranty he will provide. Like he will provide the RAM replacement in the sense of the IT. It is related to the computer. That's fine. So what are the features that we can mention over here? If the replacement is for the temporary or a permanent replacement, he can provide what kind of details that other that received after services, or the warranty details, that warranty date we can mention over here. So this kind of warranty we can update. Similarly, we can update for the insurance in sale. If our product is already insured, so that kind of details we can add over here. And as I mentioned, we have the approval management, like we have approval workflow over here. So each and every step can be approved with the management or approver person. That's why the status has been, we have it is mentioned as status approved or pending. So over here we can update the insurance same like the warranty management. All the details here we can update for the insurance as well. So Abdul, let me know what else you want to see in the
I
screen.
think we want to see the asset reports and maintenance reports. Before that, we assets can be transferred here from one
Ye-
location to another. So that is another option under the asset management where assets can be transferred, and that should go through a workflow approval where the assets, it can be pre-approved before it's transferred from one location to another. That's one thing on the asset management, and then what we have, as we can see on the screen, the assets, somebody requested to transfer the assets, it has to go for an approval. Once it's approved, then asset can be transferred.
Yes, correctly. One more feature that I forgot to mention about scrapping an asset.
Yes.
So this is a very good feature, which is a unique feature, I would say. We can scrap an asset over here. So, for example, if any asset that I'm having right now, so this asset can be scrapped, and scrapped asset can be we can add multiple value of it, because every scrap has a value. So I can go and set over here a scrapping asset, and we can mention the amount of the scrap also. So that can be tracked over here. This is the how we can scrap the asset. And further, as you are mentioning about the transferring the asset,
That can be done also through the system with workflow.
yeah, with the workflow we can transfer the asset over here.
So the last thing we have is the asset management reports and maintenance reports. If you can show us a few reports on both
Sure, sure. So
sides.
asset report, we have pre-built multiple report, which is pre-built. Like we have asset ledgers or whatever the assets available, what the warranty ledger, that what warranty we are having, AMC ledger, so multiple reports that we have. So let me show you some random report. So here we have an multiple feature of the filters. We can filter the report with the multiple options, as well as we can just go with the open search over here. So you can see on the screen we have a pre-built report which is having multiple options, like multiple columns we have designed, like function, department, category, subcategory, and other options you can see on the screen. As well as we can export this report to a multiple formats like PDF, Excel, Word document, CSV. This kind of report that we can export. We can print the report directly from the screen, as well as we can email the report to the person or to the user. Further, we have some additional options, like we can manage what column that we want to see or what column that we want to export on over here. And we can just add the groupings also. We can group the assets with multiple options, like we can group the assets with the department or category or subcategory based on that. So this kind of a report feature that we have on all these features will be available for all the report that we are having. And most of the things that a very good feature that we have, we can build our report over here. We have report building tool inbuilt with all softwares. So further, I'm show you the maintenance reports. So we have pre-built maintenance reports over here, like activity calendar. We have a plan maintenance, whatever the plan maintenance that we have scheduled already. So that can be seen over here. So let me show you quickly schedule, like a weekly or monthly schedule that we have already scheduled. So that can be seen over here. So right now we haven't scheduled any maintenance. That's why the system is not showing for here. But we can schedule a maintenance, so that can be viewed on the report over here. So similarly, as I mentioned, we have multiple options with the reports and the maintenance calendar. You can see over here the very good calendar we have, and this calendar similarly like the normal calendar we have, all the maintenance things will be recorded over here. And there is an option that we can choose the calendar monthly, weekly, or a day wise calendar that can be seen over here. We have on the maintenance or something that's scheduled on the screen that can be seen over here. So these all features with the reports and maintenance and assets are there. So I hope all the features are well understood and well explained over here.
Yes, yes. Thank you for the explanation. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for listening and goodbye.
Thank you, Abdul. Have a nice day.